The scatter signal is the first of its kind and going to be a staple in so many builds going forwards. To put it simply, it's the first rapid fire frame fusion with the perk controlled burst, the best option for fusions when it comes to sustained damage against bosses or champions. Before this, Cartesian Coordinate or Riptide Vorpal Weapon were the go-tos for rapid fire frames, these only providing a 15% increase on base damage. Controlled Burst instead provides 20% when active, as well as 10% reduced charge speed, which assists with its overall DPS, making it a very reliable backup damage dealer should you be low on heavy or using a swap weapon like the Dragon's Breath. And normally I'd want to show you how and when a weapon is best used, but the thing is, Scatter Signal is really easy to use, and it's universally useful too, so it doesn't really have to be explained. Just hold left click or right trigger, whatever it is to shoot, and dump shots into a large target. Instead, I want to show how the Scatter Signal can be used to buff your other weapon's damage, or even its own through a combination of artefact mods. The critical one is Torch. When Radiant, you'll deal more damage to targets affected by strand or stasis debuffs. Both of these conditions can be easily met with a Scatter Signal and a few extra support mods. First, the debuff. You can either use unravelling orbs, which when picking up an orb will give Scatter Signal unravelling rounds, or you could use a third column perk Slice, which states that when activating a class ability, the next shot would apply Sever. Of these two, I do prefer unravelling orbs, as the unravel debuff is extra passive damage, and you instead get to use a column 3 perk Overflow, which makes ammo dumping with this weapon even easier. And now for Radiant, this one could be done with the artefact mod Flint Striker. Run a solo weapon in your energy slot and hit repeated crits, or final blows to apply Radiant. And this method does not even require you being on a solo subclass. If you are however on a solo subclass, which will probably be quite likely a lot this season, you could still just use Ember of Torches alongside powered melees as a very easy way of obtaining Radiant. And when you have both Radiant and the strand debuff applied, Scatter Signal and all your other weapons will be dealing an extra 5% damage to the target. And for this explanation I might have been a bit on the thorough side to go through everything you could use, but realistically these are things which will happen naturally during normal gameplay. So long as you have the right mods active, you'll be benefiting a lot from this. And I've already used the Scatter Signal a bunch. Used it to solo the Warlord's Ruin Dungeon, used it in full coil runs, and used it for Legend and Master sectors. It's just one of those where if you want something reliable, which doesn't take too much brain power to get the most out of, it's the go-to, and not too hard to obtain either. You can focus Season of the Wish engrams on it at the helm, or it could also be obtained as a drop from either the coil or Riven's layer activities. There's no need for a long outro here. Here's the perks you should go with. Go craft a Scatter Signal as soon as you can, trust me, it's worth it.